Hi, everybody. My name is Daniel Vite, and today I would like to talk about a tool that is being used to increase revenue in a company. The tool that I'm going to talk today is Adobe Analytics. I personally use it every day in my work as a product manager for one of the leading companies in streaming media around the world. Adobe Analytics is a tool that provides tracking to your website and apps. The main function of Adobe Analytics is to know how the user is interacting with your product. I will mention some of the advantages of using Adobe Analytics as your main tracking tool. The number one is advanced use of segments. Adobe Analytics provides a very powerful option for creating segmentations to research a specific group of users. For example, in the BYU page, you can know the path that the users are taking to finish an application to register in the school. You will note all the path and steps that they are taking. With that knowledge, the company can make decisions to simplify and optimize the user path to increase the number of applications. Another option is that you have full control of your data. Adobe Analytics has a high encrypted warehouse that only the company that is hiring the services can get access. And the third one is high level of customizations. Adobe Analytics provides many ways to create tracking for any specific user interactions. That is thanks to the processing rules and custom JavaScript that you can apply to the platform. Those are a few advantages of using Adobe Analytics as your main tracking tool. It is a tool that is lead on the tracking market. Now I would like to talk about the history of Adobe Analytics. In 1997, it started with a company called Superstats. They provide analysis on web traffic. The market was basically null at that moment. But they grew slowly, but they became a standard for web tracking. By 2002, they changed the name to Site Catalyst. Then in 2004, a company in Orem, Utah, bought them. The acquisition of Site Catalyst for Omniture was a huge increase for them. In only 4 years, they increased their revenue to $700 million per year. And then in 1 year later, in 2009, Adobe bought the company for $1.8 billion. And then in 2012, Site Catalyst was renamed to Adobe Analytics, and that's what we have today. It's Adobe Analytics still being the owner of that company. And as you can see, the company has been in the market for the last 25 years. And the biggest company in the industry of entertainment and app software, they use this tool for tracking of their products. Now that I have talked about the benefits and the history of Adobe Analytics, I would like to show two examples in the real world. So the first example is going to be here. This is an ABC page. This is basically just movies and entertainment shows. And I want to do emphasis on what is happening in the background. We go to inspect, we go to the network calls, and then we can see all the calls that are happening in the background. So I'm going to reload the page, and then we are going to be able to see all the calls that is happening. And here we are going to have the Adobe Analytics tool that they are using. And here we can see all the querying string parameters that they are passing. It's just information, it's not personal data or anything like that. It's just information that they are using to create reports. So with all of those variables are being used to create reports. For example, we can see app version, if I'm authenticated user, if the page name, and basic attributes that they can use for creation of reports. So for example, the first example is they would like to know here in the future brands, which are like sister brands, they would like to know what is the top one, what is the top tile that the user clicks. So for example, let's click here in National Geographic. As you can see, there was another call here, and you can see all the parameters that they are passing. And then we are gonna find that it's in the position number 3. And we can see 0, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's National Geographic. And then you can see in LinkedIn Custom that it's actually National Geographic. So that data is going to be sent to the data warehouse, and then the data warehouse is going to process the data, and then it's going to send to Adobe Analytics, where they are going to be able to create reports. Another example right now, for example, let's go to the movies. Let's say that the company is struggling financially and they want to cut with some contracts. So they want to delete some movies just to reduce expenses. So what we are going to do, let's click here in Shark Tank. As you can see, there is another call here in the background, and we can see that we are having a video show name, which is Shark Tank. And then we are seeing that it's in position number 17, and we can have data related with that click that I did. So with this information, it's sent again to the data warehouse, and the data warehouse process the data and send it to Adobe Analytics. And Adobe Analytics, you can create reports and then say like, okay, those are the top shows and those are the worst shows. So the company can take the decision like, okay, let's just cut these last 5 shows that nobody's watching. So in that way, we don't spend money on keeping those shows in our streaming media. And that's basically how Adobe Analytics works. It's a tracking tool. You can use it for web. You can use it for all platforms like Android. You can track actions in your apps in Android, in iOS, also in some OTT devices, for example, Roku, Fire Stick, like all these devices you can track. And that's basically what I also work on. So in conclusion, having a tracking tool in your company is essential to increase revenue and to reduce costs. And Adobe Analytics is one of the most important tracking tools in the market right now. And if you are interested to learn more about how this works, more about data analysis, data science, please feel free to reach out to me. I can send you some tutorials, some courses that I have done. And yeah, I think that would be everything from my side. Thank you so much for watching.